So tonight I was going through this pile of old video game manuals that I had lying around, and I wanted to see if any of them were worth selling on eBay. Among the manuals, I found two Pokemon mini-comics that were packed in with the old Pokemon VHS anime tapes released by Viz in the late 90s. I thought they looked kind of valuable, so I figured it was worth checking out their prices on eBay as well. The first comic was light gray and featured 3 Clefairies on the cover with the number 6. Compared to the other Pokemon mini-comics that I found on eBay, this one in particular seemed to be a little more rare. I could only find one active listing for the whopping price of just under $1,000 US, but I didn't think this was a good indication of its actual value. So I took a look at the sold listings and found one that sold for just under $100, while another was sold in a lot of 6 for only $33. This made it a bit hard to gauge the actual value of this particular item, so I decided to see what I could find on the other one. The other comic was green, numbered 5, and featured a garishly colored graphic of Charmander, and this is where things got really interesting. I searched through all of the Pokemon mini-comics, both actively listed and sold, and I could not find a single listing for this item. So I turned to Google first with Pikachu Shocks Back Volume 5, and immediately went to images. Nothing. So then I tried Pokemon mini-comic Charmander. Again, nothing. Finally, I typed Pikachu Shocks Back Charmander, and after scrolling through 3 rows of non-matching images, I finally found only one image that matched my item. When I clicked on the image, it took me to a Reddit post from 4 years ago titled, "Images of a mysterious lost issue of Pikachu Shocks Back have surfaced online." The post was made in 2016 by a now deleted user on what appears to be an inactive subreddit called r/sylphradio, where a small handful of Redditors were discussing this mysterious lost mini-comic. At this point I was pretty shocked, if you'll pardon the pun, to have something this rare and mysterious in my hands. One user asked, "Where did you find this?" To which the original poster replied, "I stumbled upon it somewhere or other and Googled it extensively. It is on several comic book database sites, but I can't find any information about it anywhere or any mentions of it anywhere. I haven't found anybody who has heard of it. The image surfaced recently in the sense that I recently found it and cannot find mention of it anywhere except for these various comic book listings which offer very little information." And that comment is followed by 3 links, the first of which leads to a 410 error of content removed, and the other 2 links being the same link posted twice, and aside from a picture of the mini-comic, there is almost no other information featured on that particular page at this time. Then, the Redditor that asks where this item was found replies to the OP saying, "So I found an old eBay listing from 2016 of this exact comic. There's a little bit more info on the comic in the listing, also some clear photos of the cover of the comic and inside of the front cover, and they provide a link to an eBay listing that was surprisingly still available to view in some capacity, with the title Pokemon Pikachu Shocks Back Volume 5 Mini-Comic Viz Video Sampler, super rare, and a list price of $50. However, the status of this listing simply says this listing has ended, and it does not indicate if the item was actually ever sold or not. The photos of the item that were once featured on the eBay listing are no longer available, but by clicking on See Full Item Description, I was able to find the following information. This comic is a mini-comic 8.5 by 13 inches, but that information is incorrect because these mini-comics are actually only about 4 by 3 inches. They continue. According to Viz, when episodes of the Pokemon anime were first released on home video by Viz Media, some videos included samplers of the manga series, The Electric Tales of Pikachu and Pikachu Shocks Back. According to Viz, you can tell these samplers by the bubble stating, "Special comic only available with this video." These samplers are super rare and not seen that often. Image was sent to Viz.com and was authenticated as a real comic. So it looked like I not only had a rare mini-comic on hand, I had what the Pokemon community considered to be the lost issue of this particular series of rare mini-comics. So, without further ado, let's take a look at this piece of lost media for the first time on the internet. Now you can't really see this on the video, but unfortunately it seems like someone attempted to scribble inside the first page of this mini comic, as there are light zigzag markings. Other than that, the comic is in really great shape, with the only other noticeable issue being some wear on the spine near the top, which has caused a tear on the outer cover. The pages inside seem to be in fantastic condition though. This may have been read only once, or possibly even never until now. So there you have it. I'm going to be putting this up on my eBay with a very high price tag, not necessarily to sell it at that price, but so that it might have time to find its way to the right collector who will make a fair and reasonable offer on it. But aside from this video, I might just try to scan the entirety of the mini comic so that it can be archived for everyone to enjoy, because it seems like an extremely rare thing and I don't think it makes that much sense to hoard lost media. So please enjoy this mini comic for what is probably the first and maybe also the last and only time you will ever see it anywhere. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more fascinating content that relates to video games, anime, and other rare, unique vintage media.